Hello, hello. Now I know I gave y'all like 5 minutes of the show earlier, but I had to do my sister's makeup, so it was a lot going on. But I am settled, everything is fine. So we're gonna do a full recap of Queen and King of the Ring because there are some things that are going to lead to storylines later that I need to talk to y'all about so y'all can be a little bit more adept, a little bit more prepared for the show. Okay, so for those of you who came back, welcome back, bitch. Uh, I'm gonna go ahead and stream this to X as well. Okay, so let's get into the very first match of the night. Okay, let's start off there. And we're going to go with the kickoff, the pre show match. Okay, in this match, Candice LeRae went up and Indy Hartwell went up against Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill for the tag team titles. They were not successful in this feat. However, they tried very hard to continue to take out Bianca Belair's knee. And this all was because Indy Hartwell kept teasing and, causing a lot of discord, making fun of Bianca and how she twirls her hair. That second time or third time she went for that little tease, she ended up getting beat her ass whooped. And this is where the change in the match came. And that's how the girls was able to regain the momentum and keep their tag team titles. Now, Jade made it very clear. She was like, if y'all want that work, come apply. Sis said, I got you. Okay, that was one of the coldest lines I heard in a long time. I was like, bitch, I'm still in that. The fuck? That was cool. That was cute. Anyways, so our homegirls, two of the big three, they retained their championships. All right. Now, the show didn't kick off with either of the King or Queen of the Ring matches. It kicked off with the women's title match. Now, in this match, for the most part, everything was going pretty smooth. Becca came out there killing hoes. Okay. I don't care what none of y'all say. It was given. Somebody said that Becky was a different version of Britney Spears, and Liv was was the toxic version of Britney Spears. Unfortunately, I don't have enough Britney Spears knowledge to confirm or deny, but I know that Liv Morgan's outfit was a play on the toxic look that she wore in her video, but I don't remember Britney Spears having a tuxedo look like that. But then again, like I said, I'm not up on Britney Spears and her tux look. Oh, it is. Okay, I had to Google it. Yeah, it was similar. Okay, so she was giving Britney Spears. It was two sides of the same coin. Okay, I did not know that. So somebody told me that on TikTok when I posted my video on TikTok, and I was like, oh, that's why she was just like. But Becky's outfit was given. I do not care what nobody say. A lot of y'all was talking about she looked like she was finna serve y'all some cheese at a restaurant. I wholeheartedly disagree. I think Becky looked absolutely stunning in her gear, and that was her gear. That's how you cosplay. Okay, that's how you go out there and show up a bitch. Okay, because she made Liv Morgan look like Liv was not a part of the game, honey. Okay, she tore Liv's ass up in that gear department. She definitely did. In this match, the girls was going at it, and for the most part, they actually was doing fairly well. But where the match changed tides was at the end. Dominic Mysterio vowed to make Liv Morgan pay for costing mommy her championship, but in the end, he caused more trouble than not. He ended up costing Becky Lynch the title, and Liv Morgan got it. Now, I don't know about y'all, but something about that placement in Dominic Mysterio seemed real convenient. Now, he knew that Becky Lynch was not going to use that chair in that match. He also knew that Liv Morgan would. Why would you send a chair in there for Becky to use against Liv when you know damn well she not going to do it? You knew she wasn't gonna do that shit. You was hoping that she wouldn't. Your ass helped that girl win that title, and you don't want you don't want to admit it. Oh, but it's gonna come out. Cause like my mama said, it always come out in the wash. You know what I'm saying? But child, that was messy as hell. Dominic Mysterio threw the chair in the ring. Liv slammed Becky face on the chair, then hit the Oblivion and was able to pin Becky 1, 2, 3 and got the championship. Meanwhile, Dominic standing there looking like he done lost his best friend because he know he done fucked up. But ain't nothing he can do about it now, baby. You done helped your girlfriend's worst enemy now become champion, and she done completed her Liv Morgan revenge tour, as she puts it. Now what's the goal? Because you said your whole purpose was getting your revenge. It's gonna be an interesting time, honey. Because we're gonna see how this all play out. Because Liv don't have no opponent going into SummerSlam if she keep the title that long. And I bet you that her opponent is gonna be Rhea Ripley going into SummerSlam. Now, we already know that Nia Jax ass is going to SummerSlam, which we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, this was a good one because now Becky Lynch is set up to get a rematch on Monday Night Raw. Her contract says she has a rematch clause and she want her title back. So she going to talk to Pierce so she can get that rematch. She gonna get it, but she ain't gonna get that championship back. Let's get into the next match. Sammy, Gable, and Reed all had a match today, and it was actually very, very good. It was fun to watch. I really enjoyed the match between Reed and Sammy and Gable. I thought all of the men competed successfully in this match, including Bronson Reed. Everything was really, really cool. But in this match, it's a triple threat. So Chad Gable utilized a triple threat and had Otis attempt to cheat in the triple threat. Otis struggled with the idea of taking out Sammy, but of course he did what his master Gable told him to do. But Sammy ducked and dodged the hit, and Gable ended up getting clotheslined by his own fam. Now, this led to Bronson Reed taking a haluva kick and Sami Zayn retaining the championship. Now, of course, Chad Gable blames Otis. But the fault here lies with Chad Gable. If Chad Gable was capable and could actually win a match without cheating, then there would be no issues here. But it is very clear that that is not the case for him, that he has a difficulty finishing the job. So we're gonna have to see how this plays out. But I'm telling y'all, if it don't happen Monday, it's gonna happen soon. The Creed brothers are probably gonna come in and attack Otis. Probably on Monday, they're gonna beat up Otis, and they're gonna be this the new Alpha Academy. It's gonna be the Creed brothers, and it's gonna be Gable, and they're gonna be the new Alpha Academy. I promise you, that's how that's gonna play out. But I'm gonna keep it pushing. Let's get into the Queen of the Ring, the first match for the King and Queen of the Ring in the finals. We had Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax. In this match, these two women put on a stellar match. I thought Lyra Valkyria handled herself against Nia Jax very, very well. Both of them exceeded expectations in how they performed, especially Lyra. She was able to hold her own for a substantial amount of time against Nia Jax. It just wasn't enough to maintain it. She made one fatal flaw, thinking that she could utilize Nia Jax's weight against her, and it didn't work out. In fact, Nia Jax ended up utilizing that shift in her weight to take out Lyra Valkyria by hitting her with the Annihilator. And it was nasty. If you get to see the clips online of how she took out Lyra Valkyria, you would think that that lady is dead. With the way she fell on her, I wouldn't be surprised if she was, bitch. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm just telling you like a TI is, okay? Because, baby, she fell on her hard. You hear me? Oh, Lord have mercy. It was a beautiful day, honey. But, anyways, Nia Jax is your new Queen of the Ring. She got her crown. She was crying. Triple H was said he was very proud of her. And of course he is. And I am too. I give Nia Jax the blues. But like I have been saying since she's returned, and I've said it, I'm going to keep saying it. She has been flawless in just about every match that she has been in. There has been no injuries, there has been nothing. She has had a clean record in her matches, and her matches are not bad to watch. In fact, they're quite fun. She sells her opponents effectively. She's not overselling, she's not overworking. She's doing everything the way she's supposed to. The only issue I ever have with Nia is that she corny on the microphone. But then again, so is Logan Paul, and y'all eat that shit up like it's everything. So I'm happy that she was able to get a moment and have that moment loud, live, and in color. And I'm glad that she won Queen of the Ring. I think it's only fair that Nia is the Queen of the Ring. She deserves it. She's earned it. Everything that she has done leading up to this, I expect nothing less than what we've been getting from Nia Jax. She did exceptionally well in this tournament, and I'm proud that she won. Okay. They said me and Alexis were dying at your commentary through that last spot. I swear to God, I thought that lady was dead. I'm like, her whole nervous system need to be reset, child. She is gone. Do you hear me? Oh, that poor baby. I feel so bad for Lyra. I said, I know her ribs hurt. I know her ribs is hurting. Cause ain't no damn way. Oh, that poor child. Anyways, let's get to the men. For Randy and Gunther's match, this match was extremely long compared to the other matches that we've seen. This was a really, really long and tedious match between these two, and it really didn't really start to pick up in terms of Randall's knee being injured until late in the match, which I'm surprised because Gunther usually goes on the attack very, very early, and he didn't. He fought Randy straight up for the better part of the match. It didn't start to turn the tide until towards the end. And that's when Randy thought he was gonna be able to hit that scoop slam, but he kind of fell on the mat instead of hitting him with the scoop slam. And baby, once he hit that knee and Randy showed that twinge, Gunther started an assault on that man's knee that was unholy. He began to systematically tear him down. Randy did everything in his power to be able to thwart that, but 100% Gunther is a very dangerous animal, especially when you are not 100%. It was very, very difficult. And even though Randy had at least two or three opportunities to beat Gunther, in this case, he just could not best him while he wasn't at his best. You know what I'm saying? So Gunther is now your king of the ring. He never put the crown on, but I think it was because the crown was actually bent. Because when you look at it, it's oval, it's an oval shape, and that crown is supposed to sit on your head. It's not supposed to be shaped like that. Now, I imagine on their respective shows, they will have a true coronation and be able to sit on their thrones as the king and queen of the ring. But until then, congratulations to both winners, Gunther and Nia Jax. They both have earned an opportunity at SummerSlam to face off against their brand's champion. So Gunther gets to have an opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship. And if what's the name is still champion, Damian Priest, then he'll be going up against Gunther, and I know damn well that he gonna lose 100%. And if Bailey is still champion, which I think Bailey will be still champion going into SummerSlam, she will face off against Nia Jax, who is the winner of the women's Queen of the Ring. So yeah, it's a lot going on, y'all. I fell asleep after Gunther got the crown. I saw the mishap, but I was down for the count, pun intended. I can't. That's crazy. So let's get into the final match, which was my ears itching. Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes. Again, this was a very long match as well, which I did not expect this match to be that long, but it was longer. For the most part, both men was going tit for tat. The problem came into play when Logan Paul kept trying to cheat. He attempted to cheat at least 3 or 4 times. He hit Cody in the stomach with the brass knuckles that his people had at the sideline. Claimed he didn't cheat. Got mad because Michael Cole was calling him out on his shit. And almost went to attack Michael Cole. Corey had to hold him back. And of course, he's been on a tear as of lately because people, don't really care for Logan Paul. This entire time that he had this particular match with Cody, he was so concerned about how he looked, about going viral and what he was doing, rather than making sure he could secure the bag and win this championship, which he ultimately did not do. He lost by his own volition. The ref was out. Cody counted. The ref counted, was out, and nobody counted. And Cody was attempting to get the ref up. And the third time that he cheated was with this low blow. He low blows Cody Rhodes and then attempts. He low blows Cody and then attempts to, pin him and win, but that doesn't happen because Cody kicks out. He also uses Cody's own signature move with the crossroads against him, and Cody kicks out as well. Now, he tried to cheat with the brass knuckles again. And one of the I don't know, the star, there's a movie star that they have come every year in Saudi, and he stopped Logan Paul from cheating. Cody was able to capitalize and hit the dude with the crossroads again. And he hit it with a triple crossroads, and that was the end of that. Now, Cody celebrated, and of course, Logan Paul kept his title, so there was no change of titles. And that was that. We all watched and saw how the show went off. But overall, I will say this. For the most part, this Saudi show was really, really good. I actually enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Each match was really good. It was a lot going on in each match, though. The matches that had the most issue was Becky and Liv's, um, Gunther, Sammy, and Chad's. And the last match, Cody and Logan. Those were the matches that clearly are going to have the storylines continue. The other two have ended where they started. And that's okay, you know. So I imagine on Monday we're going to see a match between Becky Lynch and Liv. That might be your main event. On Friday, Logan Paul probably gonna come out there bitching, complaining, hollering and screaming about how he was robbed, whatever. You never know, child. You never know. But there is one thing that was set by Triple H, his own announcement, and by the announcement of WWE period. Clash of the Castle in Scotland has already set its first match, and we haven't even got to Monday Night Raw. Damian Priest will defend his World Heavyweight Championship against Drew McIntyre. Now, Drew has been begging for this. Drew has been crying about it, and he finally got it. Now, do I think that Drew McIntyre could beat Damian Priest? Sure. Of course he can. Do I think that he will? Probably not, because he has a thorn in his side by the name of CM Punk that is going to rear his ugly head. And he's been making good on the promise that he made. He said that he was going to make his mission to make Drew's life a living hell. And I can't think of a better way than to cost Drew McIntyre a championship again in Clash at the Castle, once again for the second time in a row. That would be the final nail in the coffin for Drew McIntyre for sure. He would absolutely lose his shit. But Clash at the Castle is set for June 15th. It will debut on Peacock and it's going to be in Glasgow, Scotland this year. So there is that, ladies and gentlemen. That was your King and Queen of the Ring tournament. I promised I would come back and break down each match because I only gave y'all 5, maybe 6 minutes the first time. I told y'all who won and everything. And then I had to get the hell up out of here, baby. But I had to come in here and make sure I gave y'all a full breakdown like I normally would because it is only fair, babes. It's only fair. Now, if you didn't watch the show, then I highly recommend that you go back and watch it. I think that it is well worth the watch. From the first bell to the last, each match really kept getting better and better as the show progressed. And there was no failures in this show. Honestly, there was no match that I just was like, ugh, that match didn't do so well. All of the matches were stellar matches. There wasn't a lot of bullshit going on. It just was good matches. And I'm very appreciative of that. I was really happy with that match wholeheartedly. I loved it so much. So we're gonna pivot just a little bit, y'all. Okay. We're gonna pivot just a tiny bit and we're gonna talk about AEW. And I know y'all like AEW, why? Well, I never really give AEW any shine, and I know that a lot of y'all watch AEW, but we're not gonna spend too much time on AEW. We're just gonna talk about Double or Nothing, okay? Double or Nothing is supposed to be tomorrow, okay? And there are a couple of matches that are supposed to happen at Double or Nothing that I'm actually interested in. So we're gonna talk about that. Now, I'm not gonna pay to watch Double or Nothing simply because I don't watch enough AEW to pay to watch Double or Nothing. But to be fair, since Double or Nothing is tomorrow, I'm going to make sure I tell you guys about the match card that's supposed to happen at Double or Nothing. Okay. So let's get into it. Yes. All righty. So Double or Nothing is supposed to emanate from Vegas, it looks like. And the match card is it's pretty big. It's going to be at the MGM Grand Garden Arena from what it says here on the website. Um so we've got a couple of matches here that are set for AEW. Very first match on the card is AEW International Championship. Roderick Strong is the current champion and he will defend his title against Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay is predicted to beat Strong, but I think that they're going to have some interference from, Roderick Strong's pals and of course from Adam Cole because he's a big fan of his favorite, his favorite boy. Anyways, the AEW Trios Championship is also going to be defended. Jay White and the Guns are going to take on Death Triangle. Um, I have no dog in this fight, to be honest, but a lot of people believe that Bullet Club Gold, which is Jay White and the Guns, are supposed to retain this title. The TNT Championship will be defended. Adam Copeland will take on Malachi Black. In this particular match, I think this was wow. According to this little article here, it says these two men have brought out the absolute worst of each other these past few weeks. It is very frustrating that Black refuses to be an ass kicking machine and instead tries to be the spooky lore merchant, but whatever. This is an interesting take on this. It says Copeland was showing his real resistance by not going to that place, yet unfortunately he got sucked into the supernatural verse. Hopefully he retains and just turns heel. I don't really care though. Wow, goddamn. That sounds like a description I would give, but apparently they're not for the storyline here when it comes to Copeland and Malachi Black. Now, I do know that Adam Copeland has ran through the entire House of Black, and Malachi was your final boss, no pun intended. I'm not quite sure as what they mean by, Black isn't doing the ass kicking machinery, but I'm imagining that he's not taking out Adam like he should, and he's just like, standing there or on his knees, allowing Adam Copeland to take him out. It seems like one of those situations. But if anybody watches AEW and you know about the story, tell me about it. I'm always willing to listen to something new. The next match is the IWGP Championship Eliminator match. John Moxley will take on Takeshita, if I'm saying his name right. If I am not, I am so sorry. It says this match has a weird stipulation. It still should be a banger. He said it feels like a sticky political issue is preventing from being a championship match. But hey, maybe Takeshita can pick up the win. I hope Mox is in his 2022 form here. If the match if he can match Takeshita's energy, it'll undoubtedly be awesome. Okay. So this is there's a storyline there, but it's not really a prominent storyline from what I'm reading. And it's not for a title, apparently, which I don't know. It's reading like it's not for the championship, but then they just said it's a championship eliminator, which I don't understand what they mean by eliminator. Somebody help me understand what they mean by an eliminator. Trent Beretta is supposed to face off against Orange Cassidy. Okay. Um, and the AEW Women's Championship, Tony Storm against Serena Deeb. Um, Tony Storm has really been tearing Deeb up as of lately. I hope that Tony Storm retains her title. I love Tony Storm's character. I love the way she's been going out about being champion. So I would love for her to retain her championship and keep going and blow through somebody else. I think Timeless Tony is just an immaculate character. It's 100% solid. There is not one piece wrong with the character she's portraying, and I love that for her. One of the matches I am truly, truly interested in is the AEW TBS Championship, which is Nightingale is the current champion, and Mercedes Monet is her challenger. Now, via this prediction over here on Wrestling Headlines, they predict that Monet will win this title because Chris Statlander is going to help her, which to me that makes more sense than her just bowling over Willow Nightingale. Honestly, I don't think she should get the title. I honestly think Willow should retain it, but you know, that's just me. Also, the match that everybody else is looking forward to is the Anarchy in the Arena, the Elite versus Team AEW. According to the description, it says I really want to be into this match or feud way more than I am currently. It just feels like a rehash of the old Fight for AEW Soul storyline that has been run several times. Oh, they're rerunning storylines and only been in business for 6 years. How can this be? All of the people involved are great, but this whole thing is very forced. No one felt angry with the Elite for attacking Tony Khan. If anything, people were laughing at him. I have no doubt in my mind that the match will be absolutely bonkers, but I just wish the build was better. I mean, fair. Prediction: the Elite win and complete their takeover of the company. I mean, okay, cool. I'm not really interested in that match, but if that's what happens, awesome sauce. Final match is the AEW World Championship with Strickland versus Cage. Um, According to this particular person who's talking about this feud, they say that the feud has been pretty solid. I've seen some clips from this feud as well. It seems like Christian Cage was a very good first opponent for Strickland to defend his championship against. It also made Strickland kind of an anti-hero type of character, shifted him out of being a heel champion and moved him into that anti-hero space, because a lot of people hate Christian more than they hate Strickland. And of course, They've been going back and forth trading blows, whether it be verbally or physically, and I've been able to be privy to some of those things, and I think that both of them have done a good job in that manner. With that being said, the prediction is that Swerve will retain, which I'm inclined to believe. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I did my due diligence and told y'all about both pay-per-views. We went over King and Queen of the Ring, and we just went over the full match card for Double or Nothing, which is supposed to air tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But you guys will be watching it on our time, and it should come on around 6 or 7, I think. All right. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And again, if you haven't watched King and Queen of the Ring, you definitely should, because you are missing out on a really good show. It's a nice wrestling treat. I'll say it that way. I think you would really enjoy it. So make sure you head on over to Peacock and go check it out. You can always head on over to AEW and watch Double or Nothing tomorrow if you still got the itch to watch wrestling. If you got the bucks to pay for the PLE, then please do. But me, I'm just gonna wait till the results come out, and I'll tell y'all who won and who didn't. With all that being said, ladies and gents, the next couple of pay-per-views we got going is NXT Battleground, which is June 9th, which is in about 2 weeks. And then the next one we have, which I just mentioned and talked to you guys about, is Clash at the Castle, which is literally a week after NXT Battleground. All right, so we got a lot going on, y'all. I told y'all these next couple of months are going to be very, very tight. Okay, very, very tight. We got a lot going on, so y'all make sure y'all keep y'all selves together, keep it all tight, honey, because we're going to be on a wild ride with this wrestling now. Now, make sure if you want to follow me on all my socials, it is all scrolling at the bottom. You can support the channel by becoming a member. You can support by donating to the channel. You can do it through Cash App, or you can do it through the channel itself. You can always follow my other YouTube, which is a makeup and beauty. I'm going to start revving that back up again. And my other podcast also goes over there on that channel, so you might want to check that out. And of course, you can always check out Down for the Count and my podcast, which I'm changing the name of the podcast to Stuff I Want to Talk About. That is all streaming over there on Spotify. Okay. Now, if you want to look at my commentary, all of that streams on Instagram, and I repost that stuff to TikTok. So you can watch it on either my TikTok or my Instagram. I did the full show today, with the exception of Gunther and Randy's match. I did one little clip of Gunther and Randy's match, and I don't think I did do Logan and what's the name's match. So I did every single match. I did commentary on each match. So make sure you go and watch that stuff if you want to hear my thoughts on the match as it played out. You'll be able to hear all of that. With all that being said, I will see you guys Monday after Monday Night Raw, and we're gonna see what Drew and them got to say on Monday, y'all. Thank y'all for coming in here with me and chit chatting, and I'll see y'all there.